there is a very well-respected consultant, longtime Radio Shack executive in Fort Worth. His name is Bernie Appel. He now has a consulting business, and he talks to people about how they can make their businesses better. Bernie is a frequent visitor at TCU, and every time there is an executive breakfast in this room, there are usually 200 to 250 executives, business leaders from all over the city. For the breakfast, in this long hallway out where the food always is, where they were setting up the breakfast, that's where everybody had to network, this long, narrow hallway. So I was standing over at the registration table helping people register, and I saw Bernie come in, and I kind of waved to him, and I saw him look around. He went over to a person who was standing by themselves, and he walked over and he said, "Hi, my name's Bernie. What do you do?" And he just waited, and the other person said, "Well, I'm a banker." "Really? Where do you bank?" "Well, Frost Bank." "How long have you been there?" "What is your role?" "What's the favorite thing about your work?" He just kept asking lots and lots of questions about this banker and his background. And he said, "What is your connection to TCU?" "Well, I graduated from here." He said, "I did too." Bernie was asking questions until the person said something that Bernie could relate to. And then suddenly he was making a connection. And that's called an anchor, anchoring the conversation. I saw him talk to this banker for just about 2 or 3 minutes. And then he said, "I know that there are a lot of other people here that you would like to talk to, so I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Here's my business card. Would you mind if I contacted you again? I'd like to learn more about your background." And he said, "Sure." So they exchanged business cards, shook his hand, and said, "I hope you enjoy the breakfast." And I saw Bernie walk over to another person standing by themselves. And he walked over and said, "Hi, my name is Bernie. What do you do?" And he just did this over and over and over again for 30 minutes. So he got a chance to talk to at least 10 people that he had not met before. He really never said a whole lot about himself. But the thing that did for him was it made him more interesting because he was interested in the other person. So that's another thing that I'd like for you to write down. It's more important to be interested than to try to be interesting and come up with something really clever to say. Now on your page, I want you to write down what you would say if you were then, instead of asking the questions, if you were asked, "So tell me what you do." So here's the script. You try to be the first person to ask the question.